How many times have you bought healthy groceries with the best intentions and then they just slowly die in your fridge? Because same. So today we're fixing that. I'm meal prepping with mason jars, washing, chopping, and doing all the prep work so that future me can pretend she has her life together during the week. And I'm also sharing a few of my favorite kitchen gadgets that make this whole process way faster and honestly a little more fun. Welcome to Little Blessed Nest. My name is Stephanie. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, how are you? Thank you for coming and hanging out with me again today. We're going to be hanging out in my kitchen and we're actually going to do some food prep. I have been seeing all of these mason jar meal prep ideas and I have a few of them that I want to try to replicate. We're going to do like a fruit and granola parfait sort of thing for breakfast. And then we're going to make some salads. One is going to be like a chicken taco salad and the other one is just going to be a regular salad. I had a Walmart delivery yesterday, so I'll show you that and give you a little grocery haul just to show you what all I got for the week. I did pick up this Mediterranean dressing. It's from Better Goods. I don't know if you've tried any of the Better Goods products at Walmart, but all the ones that I've tried I really like. They have really good pizzas, chicken wings, all kinds of things. So when I saw this, I thought I would try it. It says it's zesty, savory blend of feta cheese, olives, herbs, lemons, and oils. It's made with avocado oil. And there's 70 calories and 2 tablespoons. So I'm hoping this is going to be good. We're going to use this on one of our salads. All right, here we go with the grocery haul. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. So we're going to start over here. I always get eggs and smoked sausage. I like this brand, Hillshire Farms, the smoked sausage. I love this. Like, I'll just have about 2 ounces of that with an egg in the mornings and maybe a piece of toast or something like that. Coconut aminos. I love making rice and chicken and broccoli bowls with that. It's like a better form of soy sauce. So I get the steamed fresh broccoli and the steamed rice and rotisserie chicken, and that cooks up really quickly. So I got some beans and some corn for my salads. Also, the taco seasoning is for a dressing for the salad. I got some oats and honey granola and 2 bags of these steamer veggies. This is my go-to. I love these veggies. This one is really good. Obviously, not that one has more carbs, but then I also love the seasoned Brussels sprouts and the broccoli one. I think it's like a Mediterranean something broccoli. That one's really good. I love orange juice with my breakfast. I always have a little bit of orange juice in the morning, and I like the one with the pulp. This is the dressing I was showing you earlier. I have, since I filmed this, I have tried that dressing, and it's good, but if you don't like olives, you will not like it. I got Greek yogurt for my parfaits I'm going to make. I like these little mini avocado smash, what? Anyway, I love those. I got some lemons, some mandarin oranges. I also really like these little cucumbers. They're perfect for snacking on. I got some lettuce. This is my favorite. Also some spinach for my salads. And then we just have a red onion. These cherry tomatoes from Walmart are so good. Also love this feta cheese. I got some garlic and then some shredded cheese for the salads as well. And then I also picked up some berries, and I have to say these are probably the best berries I've ever got from Walmart. They were super sweet. And also some chicken thighs, which I'm going to put in the freezer for meals this week. So this is just an overview of everything I got. Before we get started real quick, I'm going to go ahead and show you all the prep work that I did. Washed all the produce and the berries and did all of the chopping with my little chopper. Well, I didn't do the chopping. The chopper did the chopping, but you know, I slammed it down. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hard boil some eggs, and I use this little My Mini egg thingy. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the thing is, but I've had it for a couple years. And all you do is add some water here in this tray and then add the little egg holder back on. And then the one thing you do have to do is put a little hole inside the egg. Now this did come with a little thing that you puncture the egg with, but I have lost it. So I just use a clean thumbtack, and you just take your egg, and in the narrower end of the egg, you're just going to poke a little hole right in the top of it. Now I'm going to speed this up for time's sake, but I did 5 eggs. I feel like this is so much easier than boiling them in a pot, so I always make them this way now. That's the noise that it makes when they're done, and I'm glad that it makes that noise because I went and put my makeup on and forgot all about these eggs until I heard that timer go off, so that is very helpful. I let them hang out in some cold water. I love how easy it is to take the shell off of here. I don't know, there's something satisfying about it, that it kind of just peels off so easily and you don't have to fight with it. Now that everything is washed and dried, we're going to move on to chopping everything. I love this little food chopper. I think the name brand was Full Star, and I'm pretty sure I got this on Amazon, so I'll make sure to link this in my Amazon shop if you're interested. It comes with a lot of different attachments. These are the ones I use the most. This makes a bigger chop. I like this for like bell peppers and things like that, and I usually use the smaller one on onions. I've never used it to chop strawberries up before, but I feel like it's going to work fine. And yes, it did. Look at these little perfectly chopped berries. It's so quick and easy. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up all the rest of these. Then we'll move on to the veggies. I'm always surprised at how much I actually enjoy doing this once I manage to get myself motivated to actually do it. It really is fun, just taking your time, put on some good music. If you like gospel music, this is the perfect time to listen to that. And then just the sun pouring into the kitchen. This was early morning. It just really made me feel good. It made me feel better. It made me feel productive, like I was actually doing something to make the rest of my week easier. And I love that. I also love that sometimes I really have to slam that lid down and I can work out a little aggression. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding, but really, this chopper is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets. Okay, so I have all of the chopping, washing, prep work finished. Now we're just going to assemble our jars, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't already have stuff all over my shirt. Like, I thought about changing, but then I'm like, no, it's okay. You guys know me. Y'all know this is normal. I'm trying to make weekly meal prepping part of my routine so that I have that to grab in a I'm so hungry, I'm starving situation. But I really needed it to be simple, realistic, something that I will stick to. If it involves cooking half the day to make meal preps, I'm just not gonna do it. I won't follow through with it. I want something that will become a routine, and I will do it every week, and I feel like this is it. Okay, be honest. Are you still shredding chicken like this? Because until recently, so was I, and it always just seemed to come out dry and sad. Let me show you how I do it now. Big thanks to Hayu for partnering with me in today's video. This is the electric meat shredder I've been using, and I've actually been reaching for this every single time. I'll add in my cooked chicken, put the lid on, and use 1 for a quick shred or 2 if I'm doing a bigger batch for the week. And this part never gets old. It doesn't cut the meat, it just separates it gently so it stays juicy and fluffy instead of dry and stringy. This is me pretending I have time to meal prep the old way, and this is me now. But look at that chicken. That is finely shredded, perfect to make chicken salad, and it's so much faster than doing it by hand. Now I can prep a full batch of chicken in just a couple minutes, and it turns out perfect for bowls, wraps, or salads all week. Now when it comes to storing everything, this has made a big difference for me. This is their upgraded mason jar vacuum sealer, and I've actually tried a couple different vacuum sealers before, and this one is just so much easier to use. It's more compact. It doesn't take up a bunch of space in my kitchen because I have a tiny kitchen. I don't have room to store a bunch of gadgets, and I don't have to keep switching out pieces or unscrewing lids to make it work with different jars. So all you're going to do is place this on top of your jar. You press the button and it automatically detects the pressure and stops when it's sealed. There's no guessing, there's no overdoing it. The seal is always really consistent. I've had other ones where it was kind of a hit or miss. Yeah, that's not coming off. This one just works every time. And listen to this, when you open it, did you hear that? It is on there, it is sealed. Showing you today how I use this with my meal prep jars, but also for fresh foods, especially fruit, because I love berries in the summer. I could eat blueberries and blackberries and strawberries all day long, but they always seem to go bad if you don't get to them in time. I feel like since I've been sealing them in these jars, they stay fresh so much longer, and I'm not wasting food. It's also nice that it kind of does everything in one. It works with different jar sizes, it's simple to use, and they even have little extras and replacement pieces included, which I feel like you don't usually get. What I've really been loving is using these together. I'll shred a batch of chicken for my salad or bowls, portion it out into jars, vacuum seal it, and it's ready to grab during the week. So when I'm tired or I don't feel like cooking, I already have something healthy ready. And that's really the biggest thing for me to stay on track. If you're also trying to stay consistent with your health goals like I am, or you just want to make your weekly meal prep easier, I'll have everything linked below in the description box if you want to check them out. And save this for later if you need any meal prep ideas. I watched a few different YouTube videos where people were making these mason jar meals for food prep. And I saw this one and I thought it looked really good. It's a Southwest grilled chicken salad. And what we're gonna do first is make a little Southwest dressing to go on the bottom. So all she did to make hers was use plain Greek yogurt and taco seasoning. So I'm not sure exactly how much taco seasoning to use, so I'm just gonna do it to taste. And I'm gonna use a cup of the Greek yogurt. I would say I ended up using about half of the packet, but like I said, it all depends on how taco-y you want yours to taste. I thought it was just right. So here are all of my little toppings that I'm going to be putting on my salad. I have cucumbers, tomatoes, red onion, eggs, cheese, corn, black beans, bacon bits. I may have already said that. And then my dressings. So the first one we're going to assemble is the Southwest one. And please just disregard how messy I am at everything in life. I'm using a 1/4 cup little scoop here. And I'm doing 1/4 of a cup of corn. I did 2 scoops of the black beans, just so you know, and then I added the tomatoes. Also, I wanted to note that all of the videos that I watched where people were making the mason jar meals, they always put the dressing on the very bottom to keep all of the other ingredients from getting so soggy. I think that is a great idea, and that's how I do mine now. I added some red onion on top of the beans. And when I was talking about being messy, I was referring mostly to all of the dressing that I got all around the side of the jar. I wanted mine to be all nice and pretty like everybody else's, but I'm just not that girl. However, when I turned it around, the other side it did look a little better once I got it filled. So I'll show you that here, and we'll pretend that the whole thing looked that nice. I'm just adding all of my lettuce to the top. And then I'm just going to screw this lid on until I get everything done, and then I'll go in and vacuum seal them all. I ended up having some of the taco dressing left over, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in a little jar as well. I like the wide mouth jars because it's easier, I feel like, when you're doing meal prep to put everything in there, even though I still managed to get it everywhere. Imagine if I was using one of those regular size ones. Oh my goodness, I'd really have a mess. All right, so now we're going to move on to our next salad. I ended up doing 2 of each one, and I did about, this is a 1/2 cup scoop. I did about half of that. And then I'm going to add my tomatoes in. And I will say, I have tried this dressing. I don't know if I've already said that or not. It was a little too olive-y tasting to me. With that being said, I'm not a huge black olive eater, but I do like other things that are labeled Mediterranean, like, flavored. So I thought maybe I would like it, and I didn't dislike it. It just isn't my favorite. So I'll try something different next time. I'll probably just make my own and do like olive oil and rice wine, blah, 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 blah. Rice wine vinegar. I think I'm saying that right. And then you just add in your seasonings, and it's really good and natural, much better for you. So that's probably what we'll do next time. I'm adding spinach to the top here, and then we're just going to close it up. And this is the second jar. Actually, the Southwest one was my favorite, and Ryan's as well. He really liked that one. I got all of the salads made, and I stuck them in the fridge. We're going to seal those up here in a little bit. I'll show you how I do that. But in the meantime, we are going to make some little parfaits with some yogurt and fruit to have for some quick and easy breakfast. Now, I'm not a huge yogurt girl, so I'm only going to make 3 of these because I'll probably have one every other day, because I also like to have like eggs and smoked sausage for breakfast a lot. So I thought I would like alternate between them, or you could always have this maybe for a snack midday or whenever you want. So we're gonna go ahead and make these. The first thing that we're using is Greek yogurt. I have the Better Goods brand. I was telling you earlier that I really like this brand, and this is with whole milk. It's not fat-free or any of that. It's just regular Greek yogurt. There's 140 calories in 2/3 of a cup, and we are going to use a 1/2 cup today. Of course, you could put as much as you want on here, but I found that 1/2 cup was just the right amount for me. And then I put about a tablespoon of honey on top, and then added all of my berries. Now, you can put whatever you want in yours. I'm sure peaches would be really good. I want to try that as well. But today I used blueberries and strawberries. And again, these were really fresh and sweet. I added my granola on top, and these were delicious. I'm going to get the rest of these jars sealed and get all of this put in the fridge. And then I'm going to make myself one for lunch. It's been a week since I actually filmed this video, and let me tell you, this really did work great for me. I'm going to continue to do this every week, and I want to research more like meal prep ideas, especially for mason jars, because I found this to be so easy. Let me know if you have any go-to meal prep ideas that you could share. I'm sure everybody in the comments would love to see them as well. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you in the next video.